Welcome, this is Nathan, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the Alternative Futures World, Part 10. God, it's been 10 episodes, that went quick. In the last video we saw some stuff happen, such as Japan completely collapsing, and with that the Pacific League collapse, leading to a lot of new countries appearing, as well as the Soviet Union becoming neutral, and Xinjiang, although I don't think anybody cares about them. We saw a mini UN form where they had to release all of the colonies, and Spain didn't want to do that, so they've been given 25 years. If they don't release Morocco by then, it'll be war against the Axis. But today we're going to continue looking at the alternative future of the world. And the first country I want to talk about, the Axis. Wow, what a ride it's been for the Axis, hasn't it? Germany started World War II and won for a lot of stuff with Switzerland. Then they were neutral for a little bit. Then they had the complete collapse of the Axis, but still were able to come back from it. Had some wars with some big countries such as Soviet Union and stuff, Japan. Then they got involved with World War III, and now they're here. Sure that their alliance is not the strongest as it used to be, but they are the strongest country in the world, but their alliance isn't. The Allies, I would say, still absolutely overpower the Axis in every way, and you can argue that the Axis would win because of Brazil and Spain and Germany and Italy. You gotta realise though, that the Allies is involved with countries like France, UK, the USA, Canada, Australia, parts of India, Norway, Switzerland, who has a bunch of future technology from the past, Portugal. That's like a lot of New Zealand. That is a lot of stuff to fight against. The Axis is just really Germany, Spain, and Brazil. The others don't really, I guess, Finland, but the others are kind of small. One of them's a puppy and the other one is extremely weak. So, Germany wants to expand. Issue with that, they can't. The Soviet Union would be one hell of a fight, and I don't even think Germany would win that. I don't think anybody would be on their side other than Finland. They don't really have any interest going after Romania or Greece, and to be honest, they're kind of just leaving Romania to do whatever the hell they want. The Allies, that's suicide. Catalonia is in heavy favour of the Allies, so they can't exactly have Spain invade Catalonia. Sure, you have Sweden, but you don't have Norway anymore, so why bother? And anyway, Sweden is, again, ally, so... Yeah, if you think of it, Germany can't expand anywhere, so this is why they've expanded out over to Brazil and Nicaragua, but those countries don't want to expand either. So, the Axis is at a stump. The Allies are expanding, but they're not. See the issue? Well, we'll get to them in a little bit. Because we have to talk about another alliance that is the only other, not friendly alliance. The Middle Eastern faction. Oh, what a faction this is. They are nowhere near the level of the Axis. They were like a mini-Axis, that's how to say. But they are still expansionist. But they have the same issue as Germany. Not really. They have areas to go, but not many. First off, there's the Afghan order, but why fight that? There's Chad, there's Ethiopia, there's North Yemen, who... How the hell is North Yemen still in this series? There's Soviet Union, which that would go even worse than if Germany tried. Xinjiang, that's a really, really, really heavy ally of the USSR. And then the Allies. What? Where'd you go? So, they've been secretly funding some stuff recently. Nobody knows what it is, because, well, literally nobody knows about it, but it was revealed that by Switzerland, they managed to get some spies into Istanbul and figure out that these guys were funding a lot of rebellions into Arabia down here. And remember, they just got independence. So, yeah, the people overthrew the government, which was in favour of the Allies. And for that, they kind of have an uprising, which is going to lead to Arabia. No, not you. Basically leading to Arabia to completely ditch the Allies and join in on the Middle Eastern faction. Now, immediately the Allies are going to come back at this and say, whoa, you just funded something in one of our countries. Is that war or not? And no, it's not war. It's more the fact they funded those rebellions and they took over the government. It wasn't attacking the Allies, so they get away with it. But if they do it again with like one of the big guys over here in India, yeah, it probably would be war. But they get away with it. And I'm so sorry, North Yemen. Let's just skip what's going to happen to you. North Yemen gets invaded by this new Arabian country, completely demolishing North Yemen. So now, for the first time in history, the entire Middle East is under one alliance. And wow, it's definitely not the strongest alliance. It's probably one of the weakest, but hey, they're getting somewhere. Within the next following, I guess, months, we have agreement being agreed upon between Saudi Arabia and Arabia. Sounds so dumb to say. To give back to Saudi Arabia land. Now, Saudi Arabia did buy the land back. Just going to say that. But it's just because Saudi Arabia wants that land back. And now, the Middle Eastern faction, again, is out of stump. So, the two, biggest bad alliances, they can't expand anywhere. Okay, now let's get back to Germany. What are they planning? I wonder. Oh, that's what they're up to. So, yeah, looks like Germany funded a full-on Soviet Union civil war. That is interesting. Oh my God. We just had a Japan civil war, now the Soviet Union. Again, the world is shocked, because two of the biggest powers in the world are collapsing. The Soviet Union was nowhere near collapsing, it's just Germany that funded it. Okay, first off, coming down here, we have the Romanian-Ukraine group. This group wants to be free from Russia, Soviet Union. Not really anything else to say about it, and Romania's kind of funding it, so don't let them know. This one was definitely more funded by Romania than the Axis. The Axis was funding just the two I'm going to tell you now. We have a pro-Axis group. Funny, isn't it? This group really wants to be part of the Axis, and it absolutely hates the Soviet government. And then we have Central Asia. What else do I say about it? So the Central Asian one is gonna push through some of their lands. Probably not all of their lands, but we have them pushing through some of their lands to try and claim them. So they're pushing through pretty well, and they're gonna be able to capture a pretty good amount of land that borders Xinjiang. But as we know, what the hell? The further you go up through Russia, you've got to be kidding me. The further you go down through the Soviet Union, or in this case Russia, the more it's gonna get wintry, so they stop going through that way. And they're not that strong. I'd say they're probably the weakest rebellion, just because they don't have any supplies, because literally some of the countries here are just a warfield or a desert. Now the pro-Axis one is an absolute monster. This is a pretty important area for the Soviet Union this time. It's an oil field area, but the Pro-Axis one is absolutely demolishing it. Absolutely demolishing all the oil fields, everything. And their goal is to get to Moscow and capture it. And oh, yep, you know, they are going right up to Moscow. Finland is going to do a really weird thing. This wasn't even part of the Axis' plan. But Finland is going to declare war on the Soviet Union. Yeah, that is really random. They're going to take back this part of Konnan Peninsula, which they used to own. And from there on, they're going to invade the Soviet Union. Oh, jeez, that is big. So, with Finland invading the Soviet Union, the Axis wonders if they should invade the Soviet Union, but they don't really want to get into any trouble. So they leave Finland to do whatever Finland wants to do. The Finnish Navy is going to make a landing onto Estonia and push down through Estonia. They're going to meet up with their front here, and they're not going to capture Moscow. They are going to leave Moscow, but after pushing in through some more heavily defended lands, we have Finland just kind of going on the stalemate approach. This Romanian rebellion, which the Axis didn't fund, it just popped up, is gonna do pretty well. We gotta realise Romania's funding this, so they don't have many good things. Here comes a pretty random thing that just happened, which the Axis didn't want to happen, but it happened anyway. Poland just rebelled. Now that's kind of out of nowhere. So Poland rebelling is random. They let it slide. But it actually eventually is realised that this Poland is in favour of the Axis, so... yeah. It's in favour of the Axis, so... the Axis just leaves it, and we can tell that there was a lot of funding going into the Civil War. I'd say the Axis spent nearly, 500 billion funding this Civil War, maybe even more of that. We eventually see some oh my god. We eventually see some pushback against the Pro-Axis group, but it's not going to last long. As a massive spearhead with just absolute tons of troops is going to push up and capture Moscow. And this is going to shock the world, because there's no chance in how a rebellion would be able to do something like that within a matter of a few months. And at this point, it's more of just capture as much land before the Soviet Union surrenders. Because, the Soviet Union's definitely now on the verge of collapsing. So, yep, the Middle Eastern factions... what? The Central Asian Union's going to go all out. They're going to burn all out, they're going to use out all of their resources just to capture as much as they can. And eventually they will stop. They're pretty happy with all the land they got, and, well, if they keep going, they're going to basically just run out of everything. So they settle with that. The Romanian one's going to keep on going for a little bit longer until they stop. And eventually, the Soviet Union will collapse on itself, surrendering to the Pro-Axis team. And that is going to scare everybody. Oh no. So let's take a look at this peace treaty. Well, what am I doing down here? We can see in the peace treaty that, oh my god. Yes, that is something you don't want to, fight with. Now, I think the thing that everyone might be confused about is the fact that, well, first off, why are there so many independent countries down here? Well, see, the Axis ran into a little bit of an issue with annexing this land down here. These countries were never part of the Soviet Union. Oh, nope. So when they were trying to get the Soviet Union new government in, these guys just didn't want to be part of that new government. So, just to make sure there's no issues in the future, they released all these guys. And I can imagine this will be divided up between Romania and the Axis within a few episodes, because there's no way all these countries are surviving. Speaking of Romania, they got all their old land back, and I guess then some, but I think they used to own this. So Romania's back in the game, and let's just say Switzerland is more scared about Romania than everyone else, and Romania is actually going to do something here, which I don't think the Allies want, but Romania's gonna dissolve the Euro security and join the Axis. You know, I guess it's a pickup. Also, Germany annexed Poland. Poland actually just joined Germany because of how much they were funded. Finland got their bit of land. And for the Soviet Union, they joined the Axis. Pretty much leveling the strength between Allies and Axis. By the way, the Middle East, this Central Asian Union, we're going to call it Central Asian Union, it is its own thing. It's not going to be allied to anybody. To be honest, it was funded for the Axis, but after the war, they didn't want to join the Axis, and the Axis understood. The Axis didn't want to force any countries that didn't want to be in the alliance, because that would just lead to their complete collapse. So, tensions between the Allies and Axis are extremely high right now. They are way higher than they probably were in before World War III happened. Especially with the fact that Japan is now gone and Russia and Soviet Union just kind of blew up. There is no more big powers left that there's no more big powers left other than the Axis that worry the Allies. Japan and Soviet Union were one of the two that worried the Allies the most. Even after Japan collapsed, the Soviet Union still was looking like somebody to be worried about. But now that the Soviet Union's gone, the main worry right now is the Axis. And tensions are rising even higher and higher as each year goes by. It looks like we're about to enter World War IV, not even a few episodes after World War III, but we're not there yet. We're nowhere near World War IV. Don't worry, you guys. We're nowhere near the next war. I'm gonna tell you now. I know it's a spoiler, but let's just say that won't be a World War IV until the end of the series. Yeah. So the next World War is a long way away, and the series may not even be 20 episodes long. Season 3 will happen, and that's going to lead us to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to be official now. This series is going to be it's going to have 17 parts. Yes. I'll see you in part 11. Bye.